Well, yeah, I got like three videos here to do, so I'm just gonna do some of these videos right here. So yeah, Black Widow is finally coming out, and I could not be all the more excited. It's just like it's finally coming out. I mean, given the whole turmoil of last year and how everything just kind of had to be delayed, then it's like it's just amazing, sort of, amazing in a way that it's like, yeah, but. Looks like I'm still looking for something here. I had an extra glove here. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I'll tell you what. And it's great to finally have this movie coming out. And it's funny because this movie is now interlapping with Loki's release. Because I think no, I'm not really gonna do it. I was gonna look up Loki, but I do know like the final episode, like Loki ends next month and Black Widow comes out next month. So it's like yeah, that's the only part that I'm concerned is like where we're going into overkill, but at this point I think Marvel knows what it's up to now, so I don't really think I should feel worried. But yeah, and if the page responds any faster, we can get started. We got three clips, we got three videos on Black Widow here. This is the TV ad called this is an ad for called Let's Go. Huh. Let's see what's up. God.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Marvel Studios' Black Widow, rated PG-13. Tickets and pre-orders available now. Experience it. July 9th.
So now I just want to mute so I can see some stuff here. Let me go back. So a lot of it looks really good so far. But except for this, I feel like this is gonna be a little janky though. But it's like I think because I'm just gonna show you what I'm talking about here. Before we go to the other videos, let me slow down the frame rate. Let me slow down the playback speed here. All right, and then yeah, I will say some of the that I don't know, that was just a little bit strange for me, but I think it's because like when they were finishing this movie, COVID had already happened, and so by that time it was like, yeah, we got to work remotely, so it's like that's actually the same thing that happened for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Because they were finishing that movie, everyone who was working on that movie had to work remotely, so they would often be Zack Snyder at his, I think, supervising it. They would do it through Zoom meetings, and they would send the links and be like, "Yeah, that looks good." So I can't really fault them on that. That was it just looked a little janky to me, but you know, uh, but a lot of this looks good. That looks pretty cool there. Uh, Hits the shield. I wonder what Yelena. I wonder what's going on though here. Let me go back. I don't know. Yeah. All right, so Nat is falling from a height. She's grabbing a parachute, and I really don't know what this is, but yeah, it looks like some sort of. No, it's not a Quinjet, I don't think, but it looks like something. I don't know what the hell it is. Um, yeah, I think essentially this is going to be actually one of the scenes that's going to be in IMAX. Right here. Um, but yeah, they're falling from that height, and yeah, but that was a I liked it. Whatever. I'm still excited for it. Uh, but yeah, I can totally see that one shot I was talking about where it was like, yeah, that was pretty rushed. And now we got this ready, set, action featurette. In fact, let me fix this. Cause yeah, playback speed, normal, auto, no, 1080. Uh, yeah. By the way, I turned on the light because it's very cloudy outside. Huh. Yeah. Looking at this, I wish I could like zoom in on this, but it's like, yeah,
Three, two,
first
one,
AD.
action!
Black Widow is something that the Marvel Universe has never experienced before. The action in this film is real. You have these huge armored vehicles going through these iconic streets in Budapest. Budapest itself is so important to who Natasha really is and what drives her. And she finds this family from her past there.
So we're gonna talk like grown-ups? Is that what we are?
Elena the Loca.
Within like 2 days of knowing Scarlett, I was just ramming her into a door frame. All the fighting in this film is so emotional and about not knowing how to say what you feel. It's good to see you too, sis.
There's some of the most intense fights that we've had in the MCU.
There's this big fight scene in this enormous prison. There were 400 extras.
This doesn't feel like a movie, it feels real.
I wanted to create something really visceral and fun, but to talk about Natasha as a human being, to let audiences see a side of her that they had never seen before.
I've spent a decade of time with this character, and she's finally able to write her own story.
I'm done running from my past.
Huh. Yeah, actually, I want to look at some of that behind the scenes stuff. So if you don't mind, I mute it and let's see. Talked a lot about the stuff here. Hold on. All right, so yeah, I can't really see the clapperboard in sight. The camera there. So yeah, it looks like they actually did shoot a lot of this stuff on location because that's always the common thing about Marvel movies is that they have a preferred method of shooting, but I think it's when they do like Guardians of the Galaxy or the Avengers movies, and it's like that's gonna be stuff that's like gonna be filled with a lot of things, like a lot of green screen, a lot of effects. And people say that I think it's the look that really hides the stuff like that, but I think it's like the thing is Marvel movies actually do shoot mostly on location. I think the problem is time is money, unfortunately, and the weird thing is, it's like Disney does not want to give more money, yet they gave money to Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, which makes no sense at all. Alright, so the first AD, and, alright, let me see if oh, hold on. Alright, yeah. So it looks like the explosion here is actually done for real, and I think they're going to use some CG work or the DI to cover it up. But, yeah, that looks pretty cool, like some of it is practical. That's practical. Yeah, Panavision. See. Yeah. From what I know, actually, I think I actually asked the cinematographer on this movie something. I don't know. I do know the cinematographer on this Beristain. That's a practical effect as well. That's pretty cool there. That some of these are actually practical. I don't know about the door. The door, though, looks pretty CG. And then there's a screen wipe transition. All right, I'm looking at it. Oh, Phantom camera. With the full aperture here. It's like I think this is like the I don't know if this is like 16 by 9. It's not. It's probably 3 by 2 mode here. And yeah, they're filming the L and they're filming a separate, plate shot for the explosion there. So that makes a lot of sense. I like that we got some of that behind the scenes there. Anyway, I'd like you see some of that crane shots here. This looks pretty good. Yeah. So I'm just gonna keep it like this for now. I mean, we could talk later. I'm actually gonna look up who some of the first ADs on this movie are. Oh, hold on. Damn it. Um, it's pretty much. This looks cool. Yeah. For a second, it almost looked like an analog camera, but most Marvel movies are not even shot on film. Actually, I remember that ever since the first Avengers movie, they've stopped shooting a lot on film. Um, so yeah, uh, typing it here, Black Widow. That looks pretty cool though. That like some of this is practical and real. Yeah, action in the film is real. Looking at a lot of the stuff here. Um, Kate Shortland, director. Uh, looking here. Casting, production design, art direction, second unit director and assistant directors. I like it. It had multiple units. It had a Morocco unit, a VFX plate unit, normal second unit, Atlanta unit. Um, Apparently, the name of the first AD on this movie is his name is Jamie Christopher. Weirdly enough, my same name except it's different. I'm looking at it here. So he was the first assistant director on Knives Out and Age of Ultron, Guardians of the Galaxy, um, Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows, both parts 1 and 2, Half Blood Prince, Order of the Phoenix, Goblet of Fire, Azkaban. So he was, alright, so Philosopher's Stone, see, Sorcerer's Stone or Philosopher's Stone, depending on your Chamber of Secrets, Azkaban, Goblet, Order of the Phoenix. Yeah, so was a first assistant director on on the main Harry Potter series, like the main Harry Potter movies, and also did Mummy Returns, The Mummy as well, um, Fifth Element. Second assistant was also assistant director on Goldeneye, and First Night and The Ghost in the Darkness. Right here, I'm looking here. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, and from what I know, I think Scarlett Johansson is actually operating here as a producer on the project, if I'm not mistaken. And that, like, the fact that the truck is actually real, and right here you can see some of the stuff here, the camera operators here. Yeah, yeah. Scarlett Johansson's an executive producer on the movie, and I think they also had unit production managers on this too. Um, all right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're actually destroying those cars for real, which. Hmm. Yeah, I can't find anything here. Do you know that the movie? I think it was shot on a certain camera. I'll look up the camera in a second. I'm looking here. Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna. Right there, I see some Budapest. Florence Pugh as Yelena Belova. Great actress, by the way. I really enjoyed some of her performances in Fighting with My Family. That's how I first knew about her. She was really great in that movie. She was Paige, the MMA fighter, Paige. Hold on. Let me look it up. See. Right there. Looks like they're using a glide cam right there, apparently. That's very much. Yeah. Uh, Page. Yeah. Looking at it here. Um, yeah. It is also shot on anamorphic. I think this is the eighth MCU movie that's shot with anamorphic lenses, because I remember Incredible Hulk, they used some of the classic C series from Panavision, and then both Thor movies were anamorphic, and I remember, of course, Winter Soldier, Civil War, anamorphic, Infinity War, and Endgame, they were shot on IMAX, but they used anamorphic lenses as well. Uh, yeah, I was also looking up page, and yeah, also the opening scene from Guardians of the Galaxy was shot anamorphic, and they've also recently used anamorphic lenses for WandaVision and hold on, I'm gonna pause here for a second. Sorry, I had a loud car pass by. So yeah, um, yeah, and they're actually using the same lenses that were used on certain movies. Mission Impossible, Fallout, I think, used the same lenses. Because I remember there's a rumor that Rob Hardy was originally the DP on this, but I think he essentially left the project before filming began, and they hired Gabriel Beristain as the cinematographer. I'm looking here. Yeah. Um, then Red Guardian with the Taskmaster shield right there gets knocked out. Gonna be that's probably a 3D shot right there. This looks like a pretty cool stunt right here, though. Yeah, you can tell with the C like with anamorphics, you get a certain distortion on it. Like right here, and even these lens flares right here, those look pretty good. Um, Looking at the behind the scenes, I'll have to rewatch this later. I usually post them. If I watch these things, I just post the behind the scenes. Most intense fights. That's a set, and yeah. Um, Interior set. And that's the thing is that the MCU they can do some pretty decent interior sets. This one is definitely meant to be some sort of exterior looking set. So like they've actually built all of this. It's just the backgrounds here, and I think this was filmed way before. This was filmed during. Yeah. Um, I don't know. I'm thinking that when the MCU comes around, they're gonna start using with MCU. I think they're gonna start doing the um stagecraft technology for future projects. Maybe I don't know for sure, but it's like yeah, this looks pretty good. Uh, yeah, like right here, it's a pretty good design set here. It's like, and this is all big. Yeah. Um, Red Guardian, Alexei. Interesting thing about this is like after it was revealed that David Harbour would be playing the Red Guardian, the Stranger Things ending memes and spoiler alert for Stranger Things season 3, but they kind of kept coming up with the memes. It's like Hopper never really went away. Hopper just went into a portal into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's kind of be exciting to see this though because yeah. Um, At least hopefully David Harbour's redemption for Hellboy, which wasn't entirely his fault. That was studio interference, and mm, I'm not trying to make fun of Mike Mignola. Keep in mind, I love Mike Mignola. I think he's a great comic writer. He's one of the best artists of our generation. But it's like I didn't really like the Hellboy remake. I did not like it. It was not a good movie. Uh, Rachel Weisz. I've always liked her. Hashtag she'll always be my Evie. Of course, legends like me remember her as I remember her as a Evie from The Mummy. The first two, the good ones, not the god awful third movie. Which, given how bad the third movie was, she made the safe choice in not doing that movie. I think. Although, and she still looks as great. Yeah. Plus, Daniel Craig is married to Rachel Weisz, and like I said, yeah. Um, I am wondering what her role is here because I really don't know anything about what's going to happen in Black Widow. And Kate Shortland, she directed Lore and Berlin Syndrome. Those are pretty good indie films. More so, Lore is a really good film. I suggest watching it. that's what I like about the MCU is that they hire like smaller filmmakers as opposed to certain big names like Kenneth Branagh or Joe Johnston. So yeah. Mm, I am wondering who this is though. I don't know. Must be someone in the red room. And then it's not here. I think the sort of colorless palette is gonna work for this movie, but it already looks better in my opinion than most films in the MCU now. They're like sort of equaling like Iron Man 1 and 2 and like it always depends cuz I always have to like most of the films in the MCU look good except for certain ones like the first Avengers movie kind of had a very ugly look to it. Um Iron Man 3 also looked ugly. Age of Ultron sort of ugly. Um Spider-Man Homecoming, I don't know. I have to really think about that. Which movies are like the best in terms of the color palette and the style. For me, it's the first two Iron Man films. Like the first four Marvel movies, like, first two Iron Man's, Incredible Hulk, Thor 1, they look really great in terms of the style, in my opinion. Um so yeah, I'm gonna see if there's any other behind the scenes look here. Certain no, there's not really much here. Um Gonna yeah, Disney Plus, experience it in theaters on Disney Plus. And then we got here the official clip in Pursuit. So this I think is the second official clip of the movie. So now Marvel is gonna be promoting this movie like crazy. Let's just press play now because I've probably delayed the video too much. Pretty good.
Where are we trying to get?
Motorbike! East side of the building!
It looks pretty good. Also, the Lorne Balfe score, that's awesome.
I got you.
Marvel Studios.
Hold on, what? Oh! Yeah, that must be some big puddle. It's like that rough thing, like falling from that height there, like you're instantly dead.
Marvel Studios Black Widow, rated PG-13. Tickets and pre-orders available now. Experience it July 9th.
Yes, I see they're not saying experience it in IMAX or anything like that. I'm wondering though if this movie's released on Disney Plus, if they're gonna have the IMAX version playing. Um, so yeah, um, that gave me off some like serious Jason Bourne vibes. At least like the first four movies, not like Jason Bourne the movie, which was not good. Yeah, Marvel enough? Huh? I'm just started. Yeah, which it's like, yeah. I gotta check how long I've been in this video. I've just been talking about technical data. Yeah, if it's that long, and I'm gonna end the video there. Let me see if I left a like on the other one. Uh, no, I didn't. I have to leave it there. Actually, I want to look up before who the show you what some stuff here before we leave. This is, I think, the camera that it was shot on. Sony Alta Venice. Yeah, Venice digital cinema camera. It's usually known as Sony Venice, but yeah, this camera right here. But yeah, Netflix approved camera. Full frame digital cinema camera with phenomenal color science and creative versatility. I do know like the camera also has like a certain there's like a Rialto extension, like you can take it off and put extension like look right here. And yeah, lots of movies have been shot on this. Credits. Where do I find credits? They don't have the credits for the movie for like which it was used on. Overview, features. Um, yeah, and I actually want to look up who the special effects supervisor on the movie is. I got an Instagram message here. I gotta read it. Um, had it right here. A lot of movies have actually been shot with the Venice cameras here. It's like large format is so big. It's like yeah, we even got 6K cameras. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Um, Venice is equipped with yada yada yada, and you can even shoot anamorphic here. So like, I'm looking at it right now. Like 6K 3:2, which ends up making a 3:1 aspect ratio. Right here, like super 35 millimeter full height 2x squeeze anamorphic for anamorphic shooting and production. Super 35. I'll show you like the tech specs of the page here. Um, Black Widow technical specifications. I've been doing some updating on that page a lot, so I spend way too much time on there than I should. Anamorphic license. So it looks like you can only shoot anamorphic in 4:3 or 6:5 even. Yeah, 6:5, which can create that 239 aspect. The IMAX experience with Venice, and this is the Venice with the Rialto extension. This is an extender here called the Rialto uh, extension system. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And this is a show reel, high frame rate, fast shutter, ISO, lens mount, the PL, anamorphic look. Venice, yeah, 6:5, which gives that resolution there. Engineered to survive. Yeah, that's sort of like yeah, this is like a pretty decent looking camera. Yeah, um, shows you what you do here. Uh, Simulator, viewfinder, development. They don't really have the credits for this camera. At least like Airy kind of Airy.com provides like credits whenever it does the Alexa LF. Look at the camera here. Let's see. Yeah, Sony Venice right here. This is right here. Uh, Sony Cine Alta. Panavision Primo 70. The C series and the E series are like anamorphics. H series is actually spherical. So like yeah, Panav speeds, Phantom Flex 4K, Primo 70. These are the ones that I think they're talking about. Panavision.com. Okay. Uh, yeah, the internet does not like to work whenever it wants to. I'll do it quickly here. I'll look up who the special effects supervisor on the movie is. I think it's one of the Corbolds. Because whenever I hear I do know like the when it comes to most films in the MCU or TV series, it's always Daniel Sudik. But I'm looking at it right here, 68 special effects members on this special effects crew, like 68 credits. Shows a lot. Special effects supervisor Chris Brangzewski, Chloe Corbold, Ian Corbold. I'm looking it up here. Paul Corbold. Um, All right, large format. Here it is. This is the Primo 70s right here. I'm looking it up here. Paul Corbold. Oh, is the special effects supervisor on Dunkirk, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, special effects floor supervisor on Skyfall, SFX supervisor First Avenger, Inkheart, Body of Lies, Mamma Mia, 1408, Children of Men, V for Vendetta. Yeah, that's like a lot of credits. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Paul Corbold is yeah, I'm looking it up here. Brother of Chris Corbold, if I'm not mistaken. Chris Corbold, who's like, the main special effects supervisor for like, yeah, these are the Primo 70s. These are very large format lenses here. And these lenses were used, I think, on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, one of the first movies to use those lenses. Primo Artiste. Here it is, Panaspeed. Um, yeah. Um, so Cooks, there's Cook Anamorphic there. What the camera sort of looks like. Look at all these pictures. Leica, Leica, yeah. Cook Anamorphic. I think there's a macro lens right there. Um, AXS R7. Yeah, so I really can't find much here. For It's interesting. Um, yeah. Oh, right. I had the lenses here, the Panaspeed lenses. These lenses I think were used on Hustlers, the Jennifer Lopez movie of strippers. And this is the H series, what it looks like. So it's like an anamorphic spherical hybrid. I think it's like they're using spherical lenses for like the IMAX scenes, and this is what the H series is. It's a very small looking right there. So yeah, I've been going on for this too long. I'm gonna have to end the video here. This was our full-length reactions to 3 Black Widow clips. Let me know what you all thought about. Are you excited for this movie? Let me know in the comments below. Give me your recommendation in the comments. See what give me a recommendation to react to. I'll leave 3 links to the videos down below, as well as a link to my Instagram page. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I probably got to take some shower somehow. Actually, I've got other things to do. I've got a movie review that I got to do now. So yeah, I'm gonna stop the video here. Godspeed, everyone. Take care. Take care.